Most of you all know Pastor Joy's sweet daughter, Josie. And today is her birthday. It happens to be her birthday. So let's all say happy birthday to her. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Josie. Well, now that we've done that, I have a little story to tell about Josie. Josie one time asked her mom, Pastor Joy, she said, why do you, bow your head and pause before you give your sermon? And Pastor Joy was just so happy that she paid so much attention to all the things that she was doing up at when she was preaching. And she said, well, I'm asking the Lord to help me preach a good sermon. And Josie goes up to her and she goes, well, when is he going to answer it? I know you really didn't say that, Josie, but it worked. And y'all know I used to teach Sunday school to the little kids for many years, and we had a lot of fun doing that. One time we were learning about Noah and the ark, and the kids were coloring a picture of the ark, and Noah and all there. And I said, well, do you think that Noah ever fished while he was on the ark? And I asked one little boy as he was coloring, and he looked at me and he goes, no, they only had 2 worms. Okay. And then teaching Sunday school, sometimes you teach the kids, they learn the Lord's Prayer, and this time they were going to learn the 23rd Psalm. And the neat thing is that a lot of these kids had, they'd heard it, but they didn't understand it. And so, anyway, we were practicing it. I was going to give them about a month to learn it, and then they would recite it in front of the congregation. Well, one little boy, I'll call him Ricky so I don't embarrass anybody, he couldn't remember. He could only remember the first line. He couldn't remember, and he worked so hard on it and everything. And so when it was time for us to come up, each child was in the Sunday school class was going to come up in front of the congregation and, recite the 23rd Psalm. And they were all doing it, and then it's finally Ricky's turn. And Ricky goes up, and he's a little nervous, but he says, I've got this, Miss Cindy. And he goes, the Lord is my shepherd. That's all I need to know. One time, as another Sunday school story, and I think that'll probably be the end of it, I was teaching Sunday school, and this is when James Duke was a real little boy. And he was probably about 4, I think. And we were talking about praying before bedtime and stuff. And I asked him, I said, does your mom say your prayers for you? And he looked at me real shy and just nodded yes. And I said, well, what does she say to you? What does she say? And he goes, thank God he's in bed. And talking about bedtime prayers. As a parent praying with your children, it's very heartwarming to hear who the children are praying for and everything. And one time with Allison, she started praying, on her own, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep, that prayer. And then, she would start naming all the people she wanted to bless, everybody in the family, all of her friends, all of the pets, even the ones that were dead. I'll just, go on and on and on. And then she started saying, and all girls. Okay. And then after a while, that was her regular routine to end her prayer with saying, and all girls. So I finally said, Allison, why are you saying, and all girls? Is there something special that's going on? She goes, well, everybody ends their prayers in all men. Okay. This is the last one, I promise. How many of y'all are grandparents out there? Yay for being grandparents. It is very fulfilling. It's very wonderful. The kids are great. I love my grandkids. I have 5. And one time my daughter-in-law, Becca, and my 2 grandsons, her children, came to eat dinner with Steve and me. And so as we sat down at the dinner table, we were all, around the table and, filling the plates and everything. As soon as my grandson Tate got his plate, he just started eating, just going at it. And his mother goes, Tate, wait for the prayer. And he goes, no, we don't have to do that. She goes, Tate, we always say a prayer at home before we eat. He goes, But Mom, we're not at home. We're at Mama's house, and she knows how to cook.